I'm Forrest Saunders standing in front of the state capitol. We've got a new House Speaker named Perez who's coming in for 2025. He sat down with us recently to talk about affordability, cutting the budget, and allowing lawmakers to make laws. Check it out. When it comes to affordability, Florida is towards the bottom of the list. U.S. News & World Report placing it 39th in the nation, 40th for housing alone. Its property and car insurance rates among the highest in America. Miami is in the top 10 for most expensive cities.
I'm very concerned with the younger generation not being able to plant their flag in Florida.
It's House Speaker Perez. The 37-year-old Miami attorney is focused on affordability in 2025, whether that's continuing to work on property insurance or finding ways to make housing more attainable. And he wants to go beyond those recent reforms that limited insurance lawsuits and created incentives to build low-income housing.
What else can we do in the state that makes it more affordable to keep our talent here? I don't want my daughter to go to college in 15 years or so and then eventually have to leave because she can't afford it here.
There are already some warning signs. Redfin reports Florida home sales are now down about 10% statewide compared to a year ago. The reasons? Those high insurance costs, severe weather, and new costly rules for condo owners in the wake of the Surfside collapse. How do you fix them? Well, the ideas are all over.
Before he left, Representative Roach had a sort of drastic idea to move Citizens and turn it into just a wind plan that was basically governed by the state. So you'd have all your wind through Citizens. Is that something that you're maybe looking at or interested in?
We're going to see what potential bills people file and the members file and see if any of those solutions are viable. But we're also going to allow the membership to decide if those are viable options or not. That's why we have the committee process, and I'm encouraging debate. I'm encouraging questions and answers throughout the committee process. I don't want to script what those committees or what the 60 days of session look like.
Lawmakers making laws is somewhat novel as of late. Many of the recent major policies were driven by previous chamber leaders or Governor Ron DeSantis. Perez sounds more autonomous and says he's not stopping there. A trim down of the state budget coming after it ballooned $34.2 billion between 2016 and 2024.
Is there a specific number you want to get the budget down to, or is that just nebulous at this point?
No, there's no specific number. I don't think it's about the number. I think it's about the value. We have to value.
Sounds like you're kind of describing a doge within Florida government. Is that kind of what you're hoping for, is just to create a process to review everything and just trim the fat where you can?
Unfortunately, I don't have Elon Musk money, but we're definitely on the same page. I think the federal government over the next 4 years wants to make sure that the government is efficient. And here in Florida, we want the same thing.
When it comes to Democrats,
oh my gosh. I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, the speaker has been somewhat vague in their policy agenda.
Some, like Rep. Ana Escamani, have concerns about Perez's rhetoric being just that.
I know for me, it's going to be focusing on issues like property insurance reform, not allowing the industry to write policy, but really focusing on consumers, housing affordability, and really just trying to build a tax system that benefits consumers and holds corporations accountable.
They have a lot of overlapping goals in general. Whether the parties will agree on methods when the gavel drops remains to be seen. Florida finds out when the session starts, March of next year. And we are starting to see some of those first bills for the 2025 session start to drop, right? Lawmakers have filed a number of them dealing with affordability, but so far they're more focused on child care and incentives to try and harden homes. Some of the major stuff, well, we probably won't see that until the new year. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.